The 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie John. And it is Raptor basketball tonight as the Toronto Raptors go up against the Phoenix Suns. Well, for the Suns, they haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. And a chance to check out Kyle Lowry here, one of the more underrated guards in the league. But he is as tough a matchup as you will find.
I call him the little pit bull. You know, I actually seen him, the late great Eggman, who was assistant general manager in Memphis at the time, introduced me to him. Fantastic leader, tons of passion, great will to win. Doesn't get enough credit, man, and he shoots the 3-ball just with anybody in the league.
Took him a long time to become an all-star, but now you can pretty much pencil him in.
That's right, Ernie. And when he gets a hot hand, he can absolutely take over a game with his shooting. And his passer reminds me of my main man, Pistol Pete Maravich, straight out of LSU.
Wow, that'll do it for now. Almost time for tip. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Place they call the Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, the home of the Raptors, where we're broadcasting live alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. And back in Toronto following the road trip, it's the Raptors on their home court. They've really been on a roll. They've gone 5-1 in their last 6 games.
And for the Raptors, they're in good shape in the standings with the postseason on the horizon. Maybe a notch below where we thought they'd be.
They're not the powerhouse that I thought they'd be. Still a very strong team. Don't get me wrong, but maybe not a championship team.
Steve, for both these teams, a lot of young talent, a lot of youthful exuberance out there.
Yeah, the future is bright. When you have guys that play the right way at a young age, it's exciting to see where they will be 2 or 3 years down the line.
Best is yet to come. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Fred in at power forward. Booker out there with Young. Then there's Warren, and it's Bender in at the center position. Now, here's Warren. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And Young just drilling the 3 there. Nice look.
And that's the shot that's dropping for Young when he is playing with confidence.
Young with the steal. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And Young is a pro at finishing. Despite getting whacked there, his focus just insane.
Outside Lowry. Up top, Valanciunas. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Toronto shooting their first free throw of the night.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up. It's stolen by Prez. Warren against Ross. There's Prez. Off target with his 3.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Patterson is so active and efficient with his movements inside.
Over to the wing. Young outside. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Prez. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Team chemistry goes a long way in terms of overall team success, and this group exudes that every game.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
That's just tremendous focus from Bender, just taking the hit and still knocking down the shot.
Now here's DeRozan. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Yeah, 3 for 4 now. I like the pace for them on offense.
Here's Prez. On the wing, Booker. Young up top. Now recovering. And stolen by Patterson. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Kept alive. Valanciunas. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
I like the aggressiveness, but against that type of defensive pressure, he's out of his element.
Prez with the ball. Patterson's there. Six to shoot. Young for three. Connects from three-point range.
Goes, play some D,
Young's
baby.
got 8
Lock
points.
up.
And really, Young is never going to pass up a catch-and-shoot opportunity. He's remarkably efficient with those kinds of shots.
And no doubt, this Raptors team, one of the best in the NBA. But, Steve, are they good enough to win it all? I mean, they still have young, developing talent. Do they look to improve from within, or does this team need to make a big move?
Well, knowing this front office, you'll know they'll explore every option. If anything, they're looking to get better along that front line.
Here's DeRozan, and he drops it in from the low post. DeRozan's got his second bucket of the night.
And you have to love the way DeRozan went at the rim. He knows he's at his best when he's aggressive.
Prez with the screen for Warren. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. The Suns shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And he sinks the second. And so here's Toronto. They went to Phoenix for their last meeting with the Suns and came out with a win.
Their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. It seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch from beyond.
Yeah, they really fed off that energy and used it as motivation. They really poured it in from outside in that one.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. There are a lot of great coaches known for their
Our defense on Lowry has got to be better, gentlemen. He cannot touch the ball. You hear me? I want us to deny him the basketball. Work hard and stay on top of him. Defense, fellas, defense. Come on now, let's go.
Good game. Doc Rivers also come to mind, being able to play with what he has, and he can change up on the fly.
And here's Lowry, following the 3 from Dragan Bender. Outside DeRozan, fires for 3. Prez with the rebound. Suns leading by 3. Here's Booker. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Oh, man, what about the passing of Prez? Very impressive.
Lowry passes to Ross. Valanciunas with a screen on Warren. Here's Patterson, and he goes big with a tug right over Dragan Bender.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Prez kicks to Bender. Over in the corner, Warren. Prez dishes to Bender. Young with no one around. Another 3 for Pheonix.
Well, he's doing what keeps them ahead, and he's been doing it all quarter, respecting the hot streak.
Raptors trail by 6. Outside Lowry. It's DeRozan top of the key, and the call will be against Prez. That is his first foul of the game.
I approve that steal.
Sellinger's checked in for
Presidential
the
party.
Phoenix also making some changes. Jared Dudley's checked in for T.J. Warren, and Knight subbed in for Booker. Outside Lowry. Here is Ross, looking for his first basket still in this one. And DeRozan kicks to Patterson. Trains the three-pointer.
Great heads-up look there from DeRozan to get his teammate an easy basket.
Suns leading by 3. It's Young on the wing. Patterson bringing the double. Feeds to Dudley. Prez with the ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York.
He really made a concerted effort to help in the rebounding department. He made his presence felt on the boards.
Young's shot is off.
And that's the shot he has to take.
You just can't pass up wide open looks. You must shoot it. Mix up defensively, left him wide open from mid-range. That's a shot he needs to hit.
Knight kicks to Prez. It's Young on the wing. The dish to Bender. And Bender throws it down.
Yeah, and just superb work there by Young. So unselfish with the basketball. Really likes getting the ball to his teammates.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Dwayne Casey gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. They have won their one matchup against this team so far. But he said the first order of business was for them to score against a very tough shot-blocking team inside. He said in a game like this, you can't turn down perimeter looks. They could be the key to victory. We'll see if he's right, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, thanks. And quite a focus for the game here early on, and an important one too, guys.
Yeah, I mean, up against this team, finding ways to crack their defensive shell is always going to be the #1 challenge.
You can't stand around. You have to set picks. You have to cut. You have to have body movement to get quality shots.
Patterson can't get it to go. Suns leading by 3. Here's Prez, and nothing but hair on that one.
And with the defense disrespecting him there, that's a shot he needs to make.
Lets it go from 14. Lowry can't get it to go. For Phoenix, they've gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Bender, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. And Perez is just brilliant. Just has such remarkable initiative and moves well without the ball.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Some changes for Toronto. Damari Carroll's checked in for Patterson. Norman Powell comes in for Ross. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Lenz checked in for Pheonix. Eric Bledsoe comes in for Brandon Knight. Now here's DeRozan. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. Clock at 6, and it's Carroll in the corner. Powell for 3, can't hit that one. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. And power forward Patrick Patterson getting better every season. He said that his college career at Kentucky really helped prepare him for his life as a pro.
I think my 3 years at Kentucky, caused what I am now, as far as being.
Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team. So Toronto will go for a different look here. Patterson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Terrence Ross comes in for Damari Carroll. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Joseph. On the court for the Suns, Prez. He's in at power forward. Young is out there with Brandon Knight. Then there's Bender, and it's Dudley in at the small forward. Ross passes to Patterson. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
All right, bring it in. Let's talk, gentlemen. Listen up. We've got to make some adjustments on offense out there.
The program went into a period of decline. Now they're back. How did they get back on track?
You know what, Kevin? I can go back to 2000 where we almost lost that gold medal. And I think you just can't throw all stars together and expect to have team chemistry. They did a nice job of bringing back the training camp kind of atmosphere. Continuity, what you need to have a winning, successful program. He's always one step ahead of the game. Passes like that show off his court vision.
For Phoenix, they have hit just 2 free throws in 5 attempts today. Raptors leading by 5. Rosen dishes to Lowry. Sullinger the screen. Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for the Suns.
They are shooting the lights out from beyond on really limited attempts. So you have to think they ought to feed those hot hands on the perimeter and see if they can keep this thing going.
Down low, and there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Dudley. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Terrence Ross can be absolutely infuriating, Steve, to watch, and at times pure joy. He embodies the idea of a player who can get white hot and then go ice cold and disappear.
Well, it's frustrating because Ross has athleticism. He has a nice jump shot. The potential is there, but he has to be able to have this go consistently throughout the game. Sometimes he doesn't look engaged, but when he is, he's fantastic. That's a great example of the importance of chemistry. He knew where his teammate wanted the ball, and he put it right there.
Patterson, the screen. Outside Lowry. Up top, Ross. Raptors get it back. Here's Sullinger. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Sullinger's got 8 points.
He is just getting hotter as the game goes along, building on a strong start. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second quarter.
Come on, Al. We're better than that. Pick it up, boys.
Lowry. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 6th in steals, 8th in scoring, and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
The free throw's good from Sullinger. Suns trail by 8. To the middle. And Bender throws it down.
And really just splendid distribution. When Prez sees an open man, he zips it over quickly.
And here is Ross. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Hornets in Charlotte. And Young kicks to Dudley. To the left wing. Here's Prez. And it's off from three-point range. Toronto leading by 6. DeRozan in the corner. Lots of room. Prez with the rebound. Prez has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Knight passes to Young. There's a screen. No good with the triple. Toronto's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Outside Lowry. Inside, it's deflected. Sullinger with the bucket.
The way he's been shooting the ball this quarter, he has his teammates fired up. That's why they have this lead.
And Young kicks to Prez. That one a little long.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Raptors lead by 8. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kyle Lowry. Kyle, you came out strong to take advantage in the first half. Were you pleased with the effort?
Yeah, we got to keep it up. Our defensive intensity has to stay high.
That has led to some great play at the other end. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime.
All right, come on, guys. Shake it off. These guys are relying on one man.
Welcome back to Canada. The famous Toronto sign here in Nathan Phillips Square, just in front of City Hall. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at Justice Young in this game, he's been everywhere.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Just fundamentally sound basketball. That's what you want out of your offense of each and every game.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for Toronto right now, inside it's Patterson by Valanciunas. Lowry and DeRozan, the core of this team at the guard spots. And it's Ross in at the 3 spot.
He was just way too open there. Of course he's going to make the defense pay for letting him shoot from there.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Knicks really stepped up and delivered. He picked up 12 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. That was just the latest chapter in what has been a very good stretch of outings for him. Can't afford to take anything for granted going into tonight.
All right, David, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, GA?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
You know what, guys? I think he can even do better. I think he has another gear to get to.
Ross sets a screen for DeRozan. Down low, here's Valanciunas. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Valanciunas, he'll show you flashes of dominance, and then sometimes you can't find. And clearly the potential is there for him, and he feels consistently on the verge of breaking out.
For Valanciunas, it isn't like his numbers aren't productive. He's come close to averaging a double-double for quite some time. You were talking about this the other day, Steve, but you just know that he can be so much more.
Yeah, sometimes it takes longer for big guys to develop. You have to be patient with a guy like Valanciunas. He's been in the league for a while now, but remember, he's still only 24 years old.
Kicks to Carroll. And that one is good. Carroll's got the lead up to 9 now for the Raptors.
Carroll can be so patient inside. Great timing on that play.
Booker left side. It's stolen by DeRozan. Now Carroll. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. The lead pushed to double digits. And it's an 11-point Raptor lead.
That's 3. All right, bring it in. Let's talk, gentlemen. We are letting DeRozan get points whenever he wants them. And he's doing the most damage.
Steve has become great at is running that high pick and roll with the big. Usually something a point guard does, but DeRozan is very deadly in that set.
I love him because he's comfortable handling the basketball out top, does a nice job of coming off the pick and roll, gets to his spot to raise up, and you know if he gets all the way to the rim, he can challenge any big in this league.
And again, it's Toronto converting. Here's Young. He's got 14. Len dishes to Prez. Now here's Joseph. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Right side, DeRozan. Pass to Powell. Valanciunas with a screen on Warren. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. And Valanciunas with the layup. Valanciunas has got 8 points.
The persistence of Valanciunas paying off in a big way on the glass. He is just a tremendously hard worker.
Warren with the ball. Powell's there. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Suns trail by 9.
They'll probably let the clock wind down here.
I think you're right, but so often we see teams who aren't thinking about it.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Patterson, the screen. Lowry passes to Joseph. From deep three-point range. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
We got to keep the ball moving. Keep drawing and kicking, all right? You look at the outlets. Make sure, again, our bigs, we got to get space. When we're driving, we got to give the ball room.
Looking to stay active on offense, Dwayne Casey asking his guys to apply a lot of movement and a lot of pressure.
And he wants them to go beyond just swinging it around the horn. It's about driving, dishing, and playing inside out.
Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Prez in at the 4 spot. Brandon Knight is out there with Young. Then it's TJ Warren, and it's Bender in at the 5. On the wing, DeRozan. He's guarded by Knight. Knight against DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. And Patterson kicks to Sullinger. Deep 2 from Ross. Makes a big high bounce and goes in.
Terrence Ross with the nice bucket. His offense is coming around nicely.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Shot off the screen, and it's Pheonix scoring again.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
I'm with you. I didn't think he'd get that one off in time, but his shot is so quick. He did.
And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Here's Lowry. Here's DeRozan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 4th assist in this one. To the inside. Ross with the steal. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. And it's blocked. Tries again. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
The Raptors making a switch here. Carroll's checked in. Pheonix also making some changes. Alex Len's checked in for Bender. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Knight. Prez with the screen for Warren, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, they're starting to go in the wrong direction in terms of turnovers. It's slowly becoming a problem.
Raptors leading by 12. Steve, now that it's all said and done, when you look back in your career, do you have one of those single moments that stand out as your favorite?
Yeah, I think my favorite for me is probably on draft night. And then I think the moment that he retired. So everything in between, and the good and the bad. A lot of people point to the championships and all-star and the gold medals, but I think the relationships, the ups and downs, the injuries, just everything it shapes you as a young man.
One of the, going with the saying that the journey is the reward.
It's totally right, Kevin. I mean, that journey, a lot of people don't get a chance to have that journey. So you want to appreciate even the things that didn't go so well.
Great perspective. Here's Carroll. They get it back. Valanciunas, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Alex Len picks one up.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And he knocks down the first one.
Valanciunas over the last few years has always been pretty good offensively. And also now on the defensive end, he's a guy that's not a liability. He has taken large strides to improve in that area. Bender,
he's checked in for Alex Len. And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut to just 9 points on the basket from Prez.
Prez, such a focused player. When he's deep in the paint, sometimes no amount of defense is going to throw him off.
Looking at Valanciunas and his defense, he seems to be a lot more decisive in his action, Steve. Seems like a small thing, but that means so much at his level.
Yeah, Jonas is not hesitant on the rotations and charging out to the perimeter. He's playing with more confidence on the defensive end. He'll be all right. Sometimes it's all about patience. His first 3 of the game, something to build on.
Bledsoe passes to Prez. The feed to Warren. Prez with the screen for Warren. Here's Prez. Another shot. It's stolen by Lowry. 3-on-3. Oh, the lob to DeRozan.
I love the adjustments he's made here in the second half, getting the looks he wants now and shooting a much higher percentage.
Bledsoe kicks to Prez. Inside, Bender. And Bender throws it down.
And Bender can really score in a hurry. He's very good at making the defense guess wrong, feasting on every error they make.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. And Valanciunas now atop the key. For 3, Ross. The shot off that time. Good defensive work there by Young.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Bledsoe dishes to Prez. Puts up a three. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
You see the length of Valanciunas on display with that block. Just went up and got it.
Warren kicks to Bledsoe. Now here's Prez. He's guarded closely. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson, he's checked in for Toronto. Booker, he's checked in for Pheonix. It's Young on the wing. Here's Prez. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And how about the skill from Prez down on the block, working hard inside and getting the contact in the process.
First free throw is good. He doesn't get the second one.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Lowry. Up and in on the layup. Lowry's got 10 points.
This game is ours. Let's draw it up. Come on. We have worked too hard to walk out of here without a W. He's made 3 3-pointers tonight, gentlemen. That cannot continue.
Any other changes you'd like to see made? Any other momentum-making moves that would continue to push the game in the direction that you'd like to see?
You know, a couple things come to mind, Kevin. I think limit back-to-backs. I think for also these guys playing so many games, traveling so much, I think if we can limit those back-to-backs, maybe it would help out in the injuries. And I think also have longer training camps so they can stay healthy.
They get it back. They got him on the arm, but it still can.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
And he's been to the line much more here than he was in that first half. He's not playing nearly as tentatively as he was earlier.
Bender the pass to Young. Prez dishes to Bender. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And given Bender's huge size, the defense has to be rough with him inside. If not, he's going to have a field day down low.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Raptors leading by 15. Outside DeRozan. Lowry against Young. Lowry kicks to Ross. Shot clock at 6. Screened by Valanciunas. He used that pick to get in close.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
I can't see this one slipping away from them at this stage. They've just been too good today.
Prez with the screen for Booker. Off the pick. The offensive rebound and another shot. And Bender with the lay-in. Bender's got 5 points in the quarter.
And even with good defense, Bender just beats you with better offense. I mean, his team has to be excited about his future.
Patterson a screen on Booker. DeRozan passes to Patterson. And it's Pheonix with the rebound. Bender's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Raptors.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game, just a quality win. And you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Kyle Lowry.
There was some vitality to his game tonight. No let up at either end of the floor, totally relentless. And that effort was contagious. It's what inspired them to this win here.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Damari Carroll comes in for Patrick Patterson. Powell, he's checked in for Ross. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to DeRozan. It's stolen by Prez. And here we go. Fast break. Levens has got it. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul. It's called on Toronto. And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Well, for the Raptors, they can just run out the clock. Here's Joseph. He kicks it to Powell. To the left side wing. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
Yo, man, I just hate losing like that. Hey, we all do, though, man. You did your thing, though. You keep passing the ball like that, we'll be better in no time. You right. I'm always right.